It's Red River Showdown Saturday here at the Texas State Fair. Big Tex right behind us. I'm Ryan Aber from NewsOK.com here with Jason Kersey. Jason, a lot of intrigue entering this game. None more so than Trevor Knight, the Oklahoma quarterback. That's your one of your pressing questions entering this game.
Yeah, my pressing question is, are they going to take the leash off Trevor Knight? Are they going to let him do what he does best, which is run around with the ball? They've been hesitant to do that. Last week they did it a little bit and lost TCU, probably not as much as they should have. And I think this is a perfect opportunity to take advantage of that mobility, because that's why he won the job to begin with last season.
Yeah, and mine goes into the same thing with Trevor Knight, except for the opposite side, his throwing game. And it's the matchup between Texas DB Quandre Diggs and Oklahoma wide receiver Sterling Shepard. Sterling Shepard's been phenomenal this year. He really disappeared in this game a year ago after an early carry. They need to get him going, but he's going to have to make plays against a defensive back who might be the best one he's faced to this point. Jason, a lot of players with something to prove in this game on the Oklahoma side. Who's the one that stands out to you?
Well, I'm going to have to go with Trevor Knight again. Yeah, I think that after last week, 14 of 35, had one of the worst passing games of his career. I think that this is a big moment for him, and then also you add in the fact that he grew up a huge Longhorns fan, never was offered a scholarship by Texas. I think that adds an element of something more to prove for Trevor in this game.
And I went with Sanchez, the Oklahoma cornerback. He was phenomenal early in the season, had that streak of interceptions, has struggled with his tackling after the shoulder injury, had bounced back from that a little bit last week, but still has gotten a lot of criticism for his tackling. Really needs to make some plays today. Jason, bold predictions. This game's been a wild one over the years. A lot of crazy things happen.
Yeah.
What's your out-of-the-box thing that's going to happen today?
Well, I'm going to say that Deron Neal finally has his 100-yard game. This is finally the game where he is able to break out and give OU and Trevor Knight a legitimate option in the passing game outside of Sterling Shepard. I think with all the attention focused on Sterling, this would be a prime opportunity for somebody like Deron Neal to step up.
And I went with 2 defensive touchdowns scored in this game. This series has been marked in recent years by big defensive plays, big defensive touchdowns. Saw a couple the last couple of years. I think that's going to happen again. 2 defensive touchdowns, which leads into my prediction, which is 35-24 Oklahoma. I think a lot of people think that's really high on the scoreboard, especially on the Texas side, scoring 24. But I think the defenses are going to create a lot of those points. What's your prediction today?
I'm saying OU 27-14. I think that this is this is the sort of game where I don't see how Texas scores more than 2 touchdowns unless there's some sort of defensive scoring. And maybe that's all they get is 2 defensive scores. I don't know. I'm saying OU 27-14.
Should be a fun game today at 11 o'clock on ABC. Check us out every day in the Oklahoman for the best OU coverage anywhere.